What time you call?
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what are we starting? I'm on. As is previously established, I'm on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Sunday morning at FilKOntario. I've already had my first nap. I hope you have two. Oh,
No. Your mic.
my mic. How about I put it closer to my mouth?
Oh, that works. Okay, I hear you now.
What's up, Heather? I certainly can. If you have an entry for the songwriting contest, the deadline has been extended until 1:15, and Heather's looking for entries. So I have a few announcements. The Interfield Mini Grant Committee needs more applications. It's a $500 mini grant for someone 18 to 35 years of age to go to a FilK event such as KeyCon. Flyers are in the back, or on the bar, I think over on the left. Applications accepted year-round. Balticon 59, May 23rd to 26th in Baltimore. General FCon with lots of guests and a robust music track. Music guests, Baltimore Gamers Symphony Orchestra. Balticon.org or see Gorgeous Gary for more information. There's virtual memberships with streaming options. Let's see. Anything else pressing right now? Yes, there is something pressing right now. These two gentlemen we've seen all weekend wearing a number of hats, and they have some very spiffy hats now. I think I want to give those hats a cookie.
Mine's got a Mothman on it. I don't recommend eating.
Okay. Dave Stegner and Justin
Hartley.
Have already shown Justin the consummate musicians. They told me this morning that they have played in at least a dozen bands together over too many years to count on hands. And that in every other band they have somebody else to be an arbiter of taste, judgment, and decorum. So I think that just is all the introduction we need. Please strap on your seatbelts. Big loud monsters are in the house.
We're big loud monsters, and so are you. Okay, and when we started the band, we were kind of a children's band and doing an educational content. So this is the. You can't hear me in the speakers? Okay, now you can. I'm sorry. So anyway, we started as sort of a children's band and had educational content. So this is the educational content section of our show.
Except it's really weird.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Education
it goes
weird.
without saying, but we're saying it anyway.
Okay. The legend. Okay. The legends are known from the streets of Taiwan to the Faroe Islands to Oregon. Majestic creatures suddenly gone. Too many times to count. Problem is basically a giant fart. It can turn a whale into abstract.
Oh, look, Jackson Pollock.
And now we have these facts in hand, the song can truly start. You know what it's about.
Will.
Exploding whales, 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 exploding whales. Come across a whale, it's sorry. Don't try to prod or poke it. Don't try to be its friend. Because you really need a scientist to help you comprehend.
I don't get it.
The dangers in the blubbering matter.
Blubber, blubber, blubber.
Normally, a whale's corpse will sink into the sea, becoming food for sharks and fishes not for you to eat. The scavenger's a faster kind of thanatology.
That's the science. I'll get this right one of these days. That's the science of what happens to cadavers.
There, see? Science content.
There you go, science.
Also,
content.
by the way, we're not
As
talking about
opposed
the
to
one in
Canadian
Oregon
content,
where
although
they
that
blew it
would
up
be
with
science
dynamite
content.
and it's cheating. Whales explode entirely on their own. Hundreds of them every year.
It's true. It's true.
Science is much more interesting than people with dynamite.
That's true too. They've lost it now.
Okay. But when it dies upon a beach, it starts a chain reaction. Bacteria make methane in an active putrefaction. But gravity and blubber will cause a gas compaction. A balloon of rotting whale skin and flesh. Balloons just need a tiny prick to cause the thing to pop. Whale parts, I guess whale hearts
Whale
too,
hearts too.
will hit you with a loud, disgusting plop. You'll really need a bulldozer, a bucket, and a mop. Because your friends won't help you clean up such a mess.
They know when I was 4.
Exploding whales, 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 exploding whales. Sometimes whales beach themselves, it's really not that great. We get them to the water and save their fate. Because if they expire away from home, it really is too late. The best thing is to keep your distance.
Away from the whale.
Science teaches all of us. So here's one thing we know. If you wait just long enough, eventually they'll blow. Like Philip Jose Farmer wrote, to their scattered bodies go. Because cleaning up's an act of persistence. Exploding whales, 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 exploding whales. And now we're going to hit you with more science.
Yes.
If you don't understand why this, if you don't understand why this song is funny, ask somebody who looks like they went through a physics.
Oh, and my 3-year-old finds my part hilarious. Just saying.
He has not studied physics.
No.
Not yet.
But we'll get there.
On the first part of the science, I put a cat inside a box. There's a radiation source inside. There's a poison and a clock. There's a 50-50 chance that an atom decays and the poison will
see how long you want. And then this is the part where you say cat solo. And you always miss that part. But I do it anyway.
Then I found out that I was wrong because the cat was just asleep. And the wet spot in the corner, it wasn't poison, it was just heat. Reality hides in the water below with the perfect skies above. And the kitty peed on my testing gear because the humans would give no love. I did quantum physics on a capital K. I don't want to find out if it's the same. Observation, it's atomic decay. And if the cat's dead, then I go away. The best parodies are the ones that involve changing the fewest words. These are not good Christmas parodies. Oh yes, yes. Are you properly armed now?
I think so.
I wouldn't point that mic at those things.
Mostly I'm just trying to get the thing up.
You need to get that thing too. Oh, I see. You're equipping yourself.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
now you see the
Stage
signs.
banter, stage banter.
That is
I'm
fully
gonna
on.
introduce the band. That's Justin. I'm Dave. And you're all big loud monsters.
Yes.
Stop being so quiet.
There you go. That's the proper
No,
response.
that's the bad pirates. Whoa, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, now we understand there are Canadian content laws in this country. So we felt we should do a song by a Canadian songwriter. So how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't
Okay,
complain.
are you set up?
I think so.
Okay, so this is a song by our friend Graham Leathers. I'm sure many of you know this song. Yay, Graham! Wait, there will be more than one Graham cover in our set sooner or later. But for now, we just have this one. Out for a drive on a Saturday night. Car made a terrible sound. Hopped in a cup, came out with a chuck, pulled over the dang thing broke down. Well, I yelled and I lunged, I pounded and plunged, got so angry I couldn't see. Someone pulled over, put his hand on my shoulder. This is what he said. Don't swear at machinery. It never does any good. If it isn't working, the wrench isn't helping. What makes you think that cussing would? Don't beat it or hit it. You'll only upset it. That's the worst thing that you can do. Don't swear at machinery. It never listens to you. Doing my laundry on Thursday last week. The dryer would not do its job. raise my hand, the words of that peaceful man suddenly came back to me. Don't swear at machinery, it never does any good. If it isn't working, the wrench isn't helping. What makes you think that cussing would? Don't beat it or hit it, you'll only upset it. That's the dumbest thing that you can do. Don't swear at machinery, it never listens to you.
Damn thing spat out my pants again.
So when an appliance rebels against you, when the fridge starts to smell gross, well, that's really your fault. Don't turn off the oven, just give it some loving. Don't say that your toaster is toast.
Let's take a toast.
Show no exasperation or carburation. Don't kick at your washer again. Just turn yourself around and go sit yourself down. Start counting backwards from
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you ready?
Theoretically.
2, 1. Machinery. It never does any good. If it isn't working, the wrench isn't healthy. What makes you think that cussing would? Don't beat it or hit it, you'll only upset it. It's the worst thing that you can do. Don't swear at machinery, it never listens to you. Don't swear at machinery, it never listens to you. As we were setting up for the show, this happened, and I thought of that song. The words of that peaceful man just came back to me. Thank you, Graham. All right. And speaking of that peaceful man,
Thinking of that peaceful man.
it's Justin's turn to sing.
It's Justin's turn to say now. Okay. So, a long time ago, my wife and myself were going to puppet meetups and making puppets. And at one point, she made this great patchwork puppet with boggly eyes and like one arm controlled by a coat hanger and all this sort of stuff. And I wrote a song about it. His name is Patches, and here it is. And you have also a job, right? And it's just to be snappy. I ask you, is it serious? Perhaps a bit delirious. Can anybody who's a puppet make a puppet show? If I were made of patches with 2 long ears that flapped, would you let me do my show or would you call the cops? I ask you, is it serious? Perhaps a bit delirious. Can anybody who's a puppet make a puppet show? What if my eyes were ping pong balls and always open wide, and just one arm was moved by wire and one hung at my side? I ask you, is it serious? Perhaps a bit delirious. Can anybody who's a puppet make a puppet show? My head is filled with puppet dreams of moons and stars and stuff. My belly's filled with laughs and songs and lots of cotton fluff. I ask you, is it serious? Perhaps a bit delirious. Can anybody who's a puppet make a puppet show? In height, I'm only 2 feet tall. Inside, I hear a shopping mall with screaming children in the hall who all dig puppet shows. I ask you, is it serious? Perhaps a bit delirious. Can anybody who's a puppet make a puppet show? Now for something completely different.
Yeah, I wrote down on the set list manifest. I wrote you a proper set list. What does yours say?
Manifesto.
Oh, yes. So, this is Dave. I'm going to bring this on. All right. This is as serious as we're going to get. It's appropriate for the time that we're in. All right.
And as Beth would say, it's about Star Wars and not.
There are times when the struggle seems impossible. Like no one has successfully resisted. There's an army that you join when you fight back anyway. An army that you never knew existed. We are everywhere. In each act of insurrection, there are millions of ordinary faces. We are senators and prisoners, we are villagers and pirates, find allies in the strangest of places. They oppress you cause they hate you, they hate you cause they fear you, they fear you cause they know you're not alone. Waves of sand are washing off the levees that they built, and the raging rivers coming for their throne. Remember this. Freedom is spontaneous. Rebellion is rebellion everywhere. Remember that. But oppression is unnatural. Rebellion's made of hope and not despair. They cannot defeat an army that's fighting for their freedom. They can't enslave someone who died. And you never know which battle breaks the siege. Remember this. Remember this. And try. They oppress you cause they hate you. They hate you cause they fear you. They fear you cause they know you're not alone. Grains of sand are washing off the levees that they built, and the raging rivers coming for their throne. They oppress you cause they hate you. They hate you cause they fear you. They fear you cause they know you're not alone. Grains of sand are washing off the levees that they built, and the raging rivers coming for their throne. Okay, we should play gas. I'm very short.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up for this one.
No, you don't need to stand up for this one because we're doing the one with clowns in it. I wore a t-shirt
Oh, we're not.
about the song.
All right, fine. Well, then I got to switch instruments.
Grab quick. I'm going to start playing while he's finding his instrument.
That's the law of this song, anyways. You'll get why.
actually supposed to be played like this.
Yes, it is. It's intentionally mishmash. Like us, really. No, well, maybe.
Okay, you ready?
I think so.
What do clowns eat? Maybe they eat cotton candy.
Those look like cocoons.
What do clowns eat? Maybe they eat bubble gum.
It looks chewy.
What do clowns eat? Maybe they eat pie in the face.
That doesn't even make grammatical sense, but it looks like what they did. I can't tell.
What do clowns eat? Maybe they eat children. Oh, come on. That's crazy. I mean, whatever gave you that idea? Of course clowns don't eat children. Go back to bed. Okay, we're going to play this real fast. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so which ones are we?
Well, we'll do the next to last song, and then we'll see how we feel about doing the last one.
There we go. All right. Well, I guess maybe I don't.
Now,
Having the symbol might be nice, though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I will.
Okay, go stand up. I'm starting songs without him again.
This happens a lot. Just because I have weird equipment that I have to set up. Because I'm rather an absent-minded professor, you haven't noticed from seeing me in the halls and anywhere else.
This is a song. There's a funny story about this one. It was the music was written by our friend Nate Buckland, who many of you know. I had a lovely conversation about how much we all love Nate, and then his friend Richard Tatcha wrote new lyrics for it. Nate doesn't remember his original lyrics. Everybody knows Richard's version.
That being said,
We want to make sure this classic of film gets preserved.
That being said, this is kind of the most toy boat thing we do. If you know who that is, which of course you probably do.
From Clown Town down to Earthport, there's rumors going round. Now listen to them carefully. This is what I found. All the whispers I have heard, finally do perceive. We're gonna build a ship so big it cannot be believed. The under people know of it, speak of it with fear. The Kelly's heard of it, but he'll not interfere. On Alpha Boulevard, all its changing hues. The oracle might speak of it, but then he might refuse. Golden the ship was oh. 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 Oh no. Designed for destruction, with fear in every line, shining sleek and deadly, sure really does look fine. Send her against the enemy when they get the news. When they see her coming, drives them crazy when she moves. The admiral told the overlord, they're building us a boat. We'll put her in the deepest sea, see if she will float. The boat, it measures 90 million miles from end to end. It flies before her skipper like a hammer in the wind. Golden the ship was oh. Golden the ship was oh. Golden Right ministers find refuge from the depths of time. Kids they sent have vanished without reason or rhyme. The ships, the citizens are searching for survivors on the shore. The king is mad and gibbering, he just can't take no more. The ship is come and gone again, wasn't meant to stay. Enemy is shattered now, the world is mad, they say. Cap 100 planets and ask survivors why. All they do is cringe and moan. This is what they cry. Golden the ship was oh. Golden the ship was oh. Golden the ship was oh. Golden the ship was oh.
Oh, no.
Ready?
Oh, assuming the theory. Speaking of Catholic.
No. Here we go. All right.
Oh, my burnt.
Play it too fast for me.
And I can't hear your guitar for that matter.
He was on target.
Playing in the double. All right, here we go. Cackling part 2. I agree with the person dancing back there. All of you should be doing that.
And as our old man eventually teaches us to say, it's not a real train wreck unless it's on fire.
Shiny and on fire.
We never said that.
Well, I'm saying that.
Okay. We have a new band. Okay.
Right.
Thank
This
you,
is 2.0
everybody.
in the Big Loud Monsters.
Thank you all for coming out.
And as I've said before,
He actually says that. All the time.
Big loud monsters. I was going to ask Heather to come up to take over and songwriting contest. I guess I should get on with writing my song. Too late now.
Yeah, a little late now. You passed the 1:15 deadline. Okay. Kristen, your hat. You only have 4 entries this year. So we have 4 poker chips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is more for me than them. Okay, so we need Joe to come out from behind the sound desk, a couple Naomi Kitchen, Douglas Davidson, and Randy Hoffman.
Come up and
You guys come up and give the number. Yeah. Great.
yes, like it is so we can.
Okay, so the number you drew is the number you will perform in. Order you will perform in.
Yeah. Yeah.
First, we have text one with I will swim fast.
If you need a pencil, I have pencils. If you're allowed to use whatever, right? You do not have to put your name on it. These are.
One, two, three, four, 5, 7, 14. Can people hear me? I'm sorry. Bit over. Okay. This one needs a bit of introduction, since it's been a while since we've had a discussion of the plight of the Canadian filk penguin. This has been described in past FKO literature. There used to be, it actually used to be a description on the webpage. The theme will become obvious. Anyway, the Canadian filk penguin is described as large, loud, and getting along surprisingly well with polar bears. They are the only northern penguin. They are now imperiled, of course, by anthropogenic climate change. I ask you to visualize a group of them on their first excursion into the sea. The echoes from the surf whisper violence, cold wings beating out of the past. The cries from our throats shatter silence. When we dive, we will swim fast. In the darkness, I stand with the others. Cold wings beating out of the past. Abandoned by our fathers and our mothers. When we dive, we will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will fly through the waters at last. Penguin or bear, or we'll be hunting there. We will swim fast. We know there are terrors to try us. Cold wings beating out of the past. But we must feed the hungers inside us. When we dive, we will swim fast. We're emperors exiled by rock hubbers. Cold wings beating out of the past. Fantasy fish won't fill our crubbers. When we dive, we must swim fast. We will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will fly through the waters at last. Penguin or bear, or we'll be hunting there. We will swim fast. Birds leap from the icy highland. Cold winds beating out of the past. Below us, the waves flash like diamond. When we dive, we will swim fast. On this brief flight, our feathers can't guide us. Cold winds beating out of the past. But the fish that we meet wind up inside us. When we dive, we will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will fly through the water at last. Penguin or bear, all will be hunting there. We will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will swim fast. We will fly through the waters at last. Penguin or bear, what's that koala doing there? We will swim fast. We will swim fast.
Thank you, Caitlin. Now we have Randy Hoffman with Penguin.
Penguin War Aims. That's
What
all
is
that I will explain. When we diet, we will swim fast. Oh, sorry. So, one of the privileges of being involved with the multi-arcade machine emulator MAME project for a while was that I became acquainted with a lot of really odd but wonderful arcade games that never really got a chance to be popular. One of my favorites of those was a little game by a Japanese company called UPL from 1985 called Penguin Kun Wars. It was very odd, and hopefully you'll get a little sense of what it was like from this song. I am a cute blue penguin with some talent, fighting mammals in a tournament of skill. We roll spheres to knock each other out of balance. While your enemy is stunned, go for the kill. When time runs out, have fewer orbs on your side. It's like fantasy air hockey pool dodgeball. I've undone the bear and panda, overcome the koala. Now I face the greatest challenge of them all. I must bash my balls against the beaver. I must batter the beaver with my balls. It's my final opponent, but it makes me feel impotent. It's so slippery that my offensive stalls. It might as well be wearing a big stealth cloak. It jitters back and forth and almost can't be hit. This final round should be called Abandon All Hope. That young rodent makes me scream, can't find the kit! I only have to score ahead in 2 games out of 3, but the longer these games go, the worse they get. Rainbow Slinky Strobin will deflect my heated probing, and the bomb will blow me right back on my butt. I must push my balls against the beaver. I must pressure the beaver with my balls. I yearn to dominate this session and secure its submission, but I can only manage one of those 3 falls. That brown rat's like Black Diamond slopes at Aspen. It taunts me like some TV wrestler I can't pin. To fail that challenge just sets my beak to raspin. But there isn't just a single way to win. If I can keep it on its back with some well-placed thrusts so it can't sense fears on any return trip, I will fill its side with pearly orbs and end the game early with announcements of my grand championship. I must empty my balls upon the beaver. I must flood that beaver with my balls. With the grand climax of my oomph, I will soon achieve my triumph. No more being exiled from these sporting halls. I will toast my flawless victory with a pitcher full of sweet tea. Bounteous tea bags bouncing off its sugar walls.
Thank you, Randy.
Okay. This is called Penguins on the Loose. Two supposedly recognizable tunes. I went into the city and I wandered through the zoo. I saw the little penguins there and I knew just what to do. They seemed incarcerated in exile far from home. So I opened their enclosure up and set them free to roam. And it's penguins on the loose. Penguins on the loose. Oh, flippers flapping everywhere. It's penguins on the loose. As onward then I travelled with penguins all around. I met a zoo employee who tried to hold us down. He said I must be raving in reckless fantasy. But I freed the kangaroos as well to hop along with me. And it cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. When the bonny ship the diamond goes a-hunting for the penguins on the loose. Penguins on the loose, oh, flippers flapping everywhere. It's penguins on the loose. Then boys and keepers gathered to make another try. And one of them approached me with a good doll in his eye. Said, hand to me that Annalie. As soon as ever he spoke, I pulled out a collar from underneath my cloak. And cocktail me saw no fellow where the gathering is to be. At the old spot by the river, right well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle out the marching tune. Oh, the penguins on the loose. Penguins on the loose. Oh, flippers flapping everywhere. It's penguins on the loose. Oh, I could not abandon any animal I saw. The quokka or the wombat, no matter what the law. They captured and imprisoned me and called it all a crime. And sent me to confinement for an undetermined time. Oh, see the feet-foot wolves of men who speak with faces wan. From fox gathered, from fishes caught along the banks of land. They come with vengeance in their eyes. Too late are they. Oh, the penguins on the loose. Penguins on the loose. Oh, flippers flapping everywhere. It's penguins on the loose. Oh, penguins on the loose, penguins on the loose, oh, flippers flapping everywhere. It's penguins on the loose.
Thank you, Douglas. And would our contract please come to pass? Thank you, Chris. And last we have Naomi. You can keep it. Last we have Naomi Hitchin with the Ballad of Johnny Flipper.
Yes. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends, I bring you the story of a legend. Come gather round and listen, a story I'll unfold, the tale of Johnny Flippers, a penguin sly and bold. And Johnny was known as a klepto. The referee considered him a pest. Though he covered up with lies, they eventually caught wise that shiny things would end up in his nest. Then Johnny was sent into exile, and he left the Antarctic ice behind. But as he went off to Rome and abandoned his old home, another kind of ice was on his mind. So here's Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief. Yes, here's Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief. Our Johnny had heard about diamonds. To have one for his own was his desire. But as he wandered free, he discovered to his glee that there were other shinies to acquire. Stars, sapphires, and emeralds and rubies. He lusted after every type of stone. So began his life of crime until he became in time the greatest thief the world has ever known. So here's to Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief. Yes, here's to Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief. Now Johnny has mastered disguises. He'll dress as a koala or a shark. He'll gain entrance with this face to the joint he needs to case, then break back in beneath the cloak of dark. He's bought a Los Angeles penthouse. He's living his best fantasy ideal. Sure, from time to time he's pined for the snows he left behind. But he hasn't yet run out of things to steal. So here's to Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief. Yes, here's to Johnny Flippers, a rogue beyond belief, who left his icy home to be a penguin master thief.
Thank you, Naomi. So we have 4 songs. We have Keshlin with I Will Swim Fast, Randy Hoffman with Penguin Canmores Ames, Douglas Davidson with Penguins on Loose, and Naomi Hitchin with the Ballad of Johnny Flipper. Please write down your top 3 choices. And I've been trying to track down Ingrid because Ingrid, are you willing to? Awesome, thank you. And then we will collect the ballot. And then we will collect the ballots and Ingrid will tabulate them because she's so good at tabulating.
The one shot. Shall we try to get the eyeliner available at this point? Yeah, let's take a look at that.
If you are done with a pencil, leave your hand in my direction. Yeah.
Yes. Randy is dangerous.
My real question is going to be where I wind up rolling camp for the rest of the day to help. Yeah, if I come in third, with Randy's only one step ahead of me, or wherever if I'm right behind Randy, I bet.
Yeah.
I know I went with my ex-husband. It's around. Yeah. Now. Maybe I did it. Yeah, it's kind of downtown.
Any more pencils? Any more pencils?
You are aware that we put it as unfair lobbying.
I realized that, and then I realized after I was doing it, it probably actually put him at a disadvantage because everyone else is going to think that. And I feel that.
I don't think it would kind of been a disadvantage outside of distracting. But yeah. Just something to keep in mind for next time. Yep, should have it in the refined thing. Would it be okay if I went over or do you think it'll be okay? Oh, okay. Oh, it is Eric. Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, no, sorry? That's how you know. I mean, it's something to keep in mind for the future, so I want to write it down. I also mentioned to that, but they need to work on setting it out. They're not actually what usually fast, but
Hi everyone, just give me your attention real quick. So our next programming item is 2x10s that we're supposed to start at 2:30. We're going to try to start them at around 2:20 to allow a little bit of extra time. So if there's extra setup time needed, we won't go over into the next one. So 2:20. And what we have there are Nixie, Dave Stagner, and Lauren. Okay, so anybody not in the room, if you see them, let them know. Thank you.
And we'll announce the winners at that time as well. Yes. Winners will be announced once we're done. Okay.